that's a general Forged in the Dark trend, is that while it is so the players are the main characters in the story. That's the big thing, and a lot of that is relying on you as a GM to reflect that. And so a lot of mistakes I see in I'll see people grab Forged by the Dark or Blades in the Dark, and they'll play it like it's D&D, and that's when I have to peek over and go, that's not how this works, because there's this tendency to make player characters look incompetent when they fail, and that's not quite correct. And so that's a problem I've been having in the other Blades in the Dark game I'm in, is whenever we fail, we look really incompetent, and it makes the game not very fun to be in at times.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of something that we had a local like comic book store guy. He now writes he's now trying to write RPGs. Like, he's a very old hand in the field. Like, he knew Gygax.
Nice.
Damn.
And he actually taught me how to play D&D 0th edition, but that's a different story.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
But what he does, a lot of his systems are built very similarly, have a lot in common with Blades in the Dark.
Yeah, and well, that's a trend I've seen over time, is as people do these really crunchy like Dungeons and Dragons inspired games, it's not so much people getting cured, it's people looking for a different experience.
Yeah, like there's only so many times you can optimize a character before you're like, I am just making the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah,
I want to play something different. I want to play something more thematic or cinematic in nature,
absolutely.
so that I can have a more fun experience.
For instance, I was chilling out with some folks late night, and this guy was guffawing and laughing because he had this min-maxed 5e rogue, and it was as generic as it comes. Halfling, 20 dexterity, just I've seen it 100 times before. And he's hitting up these two cute girls that don't know D&D very well, saying, oh, look at my character. My character's so sneaky. Oh my God, look at how cool my character is. And at the back of my mind, I'm like, I have seen him in 100 forms. That I have never not seen a halfling rogue like this. It's so generic and boring to me.
Oh god, yeah, and like, and the game's always saying like, oh, every character you make is a unique individual, but in reality,
not really.
No. Like you're as unique as human fighter. Well done.
Well, here's what I like to do personally. Even though I do run humans a lot in D&D,
Yeah.
I'm the guy who will bring a very flavorful character to a Horde of the Dragon Queen game.
Yeah.
Like Horde of the Dragon Queen, you know, in its base form, it needs a min-max character.
Yes.
But I'm the guy who will bring like a weird, like, middling statted human druid, who acts like a traditional witch doctor to something like that.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is I understand the min-max. So I understand it because it's been improperly explained to me like 100 times by people I've caught, where they go, don't you want to get the most out of your character? And I'm like, it's not a metric, for one, and two, what the fuck are you talking about?
So,
I consider my metric to be fun.
If you're not succeeding every roll you make, your character is an incompetent idiot who will fail the most basic tasks and fall on his face every time he has to jump over a puddle.
At which point I say, I think this isn't the game for you.
I consider that fishing for ones.
Yeah. I mean, we're about to get into it, but finishing up this thought, it's frustrating in that now, so you'll see the min-maxers, and then you'll see like I don't know, that's actually not worth talking about right now, because we're playing wicked ones. Honestly, we should do some sort of ask a nerd segment on here at some point, because we could probably fill that up.
Hell yeah.
Um
I'm a nerd. I can talk. I can talk too much, unfortunately.
Well, because on YouTube, I used to do Depths of Gaming with my co-host at the time, and we did that for about a year. But because it was on YouTube broadcast, which at the time no one used, like, at all.
Yeah.
No one discovered us. No one like, not once did anyone come in and say, "Hey, how you doing? Well, here's a question." Like, that never happened. And it's because there wasn't really a way to discover. Now I think there is actually a way to discover broadcasts, but I don't know what it is. I think you actually have to be looking for them.
They kind of, for me, they occasionally get mixed into my feed.
Yeah. Is every now and then I'll be peeking down my feed and it'll go, "Oh, this guy you like is broadcasting." I'll go, "Oh."
Well, the rise of VTubers is kind of dragging the platform a bit in that direction.
Absolutely, because more than, because these are folks that wanted to stream all along but didn't feel comfortable showing their face. Now they're able to show a face. What's funny is people seem to prefer the VTuber faces to your actual face.
Because a lot of them are cute or handsome or interesting or like really like mystical looking, and it's like, hey, that's cool.
They're designed to be appealing to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's weird how the hobby is kind of going off in its own weird, unforeseen direction, isn't it?
It's peculiar. It does also, fun fact, very last thing before I start concentrating, there's a bunch of VTubers who are doing World of Darkness, dude.
Right now?
Oh.
Where are they?
Not exactly right now.
Do you know what their channel's called?
Let's see if I can find it very quick.
Was it like the big Titanic Hololive group?
It was the Hololive group, yes.
Yeah, it was more. That was. I have a friend of mine who's much more into this than me, but it was more Calliope, and all of the Hololive EN minus the brand new one that just came out.
Oh, okay.
Cicero knows more about this than me.
Whoops, it is. I almost posted it in the wrong chat. Political email guys, so there we go. And it was posted in promotions, which would have been a bit weird, I think.
Promotions. Oh, that's right. I didn't do that this morning. Oh well. Oh my God. That's a lot of waifus. Oh Jesus.
Yes. Of the Apprentice of the Grim Reaper, a Shark Girl, a literal phoenix, someone cursed by basically Cthulhu, and not Sherlock Holmes.
And not Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
Well, it's at this point we're ready to start Wicked Sales.
Yes. We just need you now in the Roll20.
I suppose I could show up to my own Roll20.
I guess.
If you really want me to.
Yeah, like you You could just not put your camera down to let us see the dice rolls you make. That always turns
I
off
forgot.
when
That's
you roll low.
well, I was looking at my overlay like, something's missing. What didn't I do this morning? Oh yeah. Okay, now my overlay is complete and you can see everything.
Fantastic.
Excellent. All right, who wants to do our recap?
I'm trying
I
to see
think
what
we can let Rex do this.
So I feel like you guys remember pretty well what happened.
I tend to have a decent memory of these kind of things personally, but
Yeah, I'm remembering that it started off with the blowback.
Yep, there was an adventuring party, which was a good chunk of our session.
Yeah, pirates as well. One of them was a trapper, another guy, there was a halfling grave robber, there was the dual-wielding badass captain with the slick black hair and the badass trench and the badass coat.
Yep.
And there was the dwarf the dwarf was the trapper, and then there was another one.
There was a little drunk halfling rogue. There was also a grave robber that didn't say much, but he was there.
Yeah, he existed. He almost
got murdered with his own shovel
after beating up Bolson and driving him psychotic.
That party drove us both psychotic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was psychosis all around. We had just survived like a whirlpool thing, so we were a bit on edge. I remember the pirates basically almost walked through the entirety of our dungeon.
Yeah, they didn't get hurt that bad by the dungeon.
The trap, they avoided every trap but Frank, and that's because Frank is not a trap, he is a force of nature.
That is true.
You can't stop him, he only gets angrier.
We do not control Frank.
He's his
Only
own
his
man.
own rage.
He's his own crab and he can do whatever the fuck he wants, because if we say no, he attacks us. As a result, they basically got right into our sanctuary, where we had an extended fight that we just about survived, as if I remember, the captain shot me right in the fucking chest and immediately knocked me out.
Yeah, Loggins is wounded, so at the start of the session, part of it is going to be Loggins reeling. Though you did then have recovery, so
yes.
Loggins has been like recovering for some time, because it doesn't outright say there are time skips between like phases, but it's generally asserted that this is all happening over a longer period of time.
Yeah, you're not being attacked by adventurers literally every day.
Yeah.
Otherwise that would get really horrific.
Once a week.
Yeah.
I also remember afterwards we finished up our preparation phases, our downtime actions.
Right. Did you finish that room, or did you only mostly build it?
It's out of 8. I think it's 2 ticks away from being done.
Okay, good. Because I was like, wait a second, did I have to draw? And I was like, oh, good, no, they didn't complete it. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
The only room that isn't, the bell and the upcoming tavern is not complete yet.
Yeah.
Right. Because I know that that and the tavern's a tier 3 room, so that won't be complete. Even after you fill in the pie, you need to find something to turn it into a proper tavern, and you haven't decided what that is yet. But I don't know. Maybe you need like a tap master or a really nice sign to hang in front of it, or I don't know. You'll find it out.
Or the eviscerated body of a beholder strapped as a front door sign. Like, it could be anything, really.
But the other thing was that Loggins finished his almighty ritual
Yes!
of making it rain gold. So now we have on our island, we now have a huge lake of liquid gold.
Yes,
That
real
is attracting
actual
all
gold.
sorts of attention.
Unfortunately, like if I remember, like pretty much instantaneously, there was a lot more blimps in the sky going, what the fuck?
Yes, you essentially created a strange golden swamp crop circle thing.
Yes.
And I mean, we didn't go over the details of what your island looked like, but basically in my head canon, you burnt out a central part of it, so that like got dug down by the weight of all the gold, and so there's like it's a lake surrounded by a swamp. Like it's really strange, and that strangeness is attracting a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because over the last like week or so, you've seen that like more and more airships are coming around. You can every now and then prospectors come up upon shore and they walk around. Like there's a lot of activity on this island.
They're going after me gold.
I know.
They'll never take our Lucky Charms.
But you see,
Take me Lucky Charms.
This is all part of a master plan, to me anyway. This is a plan in the making.
Leave my gold alone.
Exactly. See, I have created an ever-generating jealousy meter. Because every time they want to take my gold, I will get angry and jealous and furious that they're taking my gold and attack them, which is making my goddess happy. And when I take their stuff, that also makes her happy too. Like I am able to get eternal goodwill now, as long as I don't die or lose all my gold. I should be fine.
So you did all this to get eternal brownie points with the goddess.
Yes, I am a genius. I am a literal god genius. You can worship me now, honestly. My ego may be a little inflated.
So this is all part of a master plan that you haven't quite figured out the details of yet.
To be fair, this is the intended use of the ritual action, so like we're not wrong.
Like, Loggins thinks of the first 3 steps, and everything else he figures out on his own. He goes, things will fall in place at some point, don't worry about it.
Good old Loggins. This is why we love him.
He's a smart boy when he actually uses his brain.
Oh, that's right. I have to turn on the channel actions. Continue.
Yes, and after that, we then set up the rooms where I know that for the big bell, the actual pendulum that makes the noise, that was made of gold. They just grabbed like a few buckets of the liquid gold and just made it from that.
Yes, they did like a plaster Paris thing to make a big golden orb that serves as the knocker.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the knocker isn't what moves, it's the entire room.
Oh hell yeah.
Like the knocker stands perfectly still. It's on a fixed post to the ceiling. The entire room just moves and hits the knocker.
Wonderful. And then we finished with the downtime actions, which, if I remember correctly, I taught my minions incredibly limited amounts of light words.
Indeed.
They know how to swear.
You basically paid the smugglers to get some documents down, and you spent days upon days just transcribing it to your followers, who studied day and night trying to learn what little they could of the light tongue. Though it is worth noting that all monsters that learn the light tongue tend to speak it with an accent a la Skaven.
Yeah.
Which works, I think, thematically.
Yeah.
In this case, I'm imagining it's a very thick Russian accent for some reason. I'm not sure why, but that's just what I'm picturing. So when they start swearing very loudly...
Hello, light side elf.
Hello,
Duh, I'm
elf.
not monster.
I am human goblin, yes.
Praise be to lawful good, yes.
Yes. Evil, bad, yes. Good, yes.
Duh.
We are so smart. It's fucking sensational. We are the
We're the most cunning. We're the most cunning of of evildoers.
Yes, we are. Genius is literally no bounds. The vampire who, like, guy and his group, they are all absolute stupid. We know this, and we've proven this. All they can do is make rain, like blood rain from the sky, which is pretty shit. Like, we made gold rain. Like, we are way better. I am gonna get fucking killed by them, and it's gonna be a tragedy for them.
I was wondering what the thought process was, but now I know.
Look, Loggins is gonna die a horrific death by his own hands, because he will guarantee it without realizing.
Because I never like asked the question of, I wonder why Will wanted it to rain gold, but that I just realized it was only to outdo the children of Totek.
Yes. Look, you told us that they were doing crazy shit that was really awesome, and I'm like, fuck that.
No, you. I am the awesome.
They are not good. Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna have our own evil reign with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah, we'll have blackjack, we'll have drinking. Probably not the hookers though, maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't know, Twitch is kind of iffy about that.
We'll have streamers, Twitch streamers instead of hookers. It's very different, I think. That's gonna get me banned in Twitch. Shit.
All right, Bosun Mexla, do you have anything to add to this wonderful recap? Because I'm pretty sure that was the broad stroke of it.
More or less. I can't think of anything. Oh yeah, one other thing. As the viewers might have noticed, the Wrath of Brabaldar challenge is completed.
Yes. I mentioned I did mention that earlier, but we might as well bring it up once more. That the Wrath of Brabaldar has been completed. So that's not only going to happen this session, but it's going to happen probably the rest of the campaign until rectified. So for those of you that put into that challenge, oh, you devious little bastards, we're gonna have some fun.
Oh, you bastards, you.
Wait, that includes me.
Please don't die.
So I only threw in like 1,000 points.
Wow, you shocked me there.
It was truly befuddled.
Okay, so let's see, where were we when it comes to seasons? I believe we were actually about to pick a raid target.
Yes. Actually, yeah, I believe that was the very last thing that we ended on. Yes.
Yeah, I believe we did end at the raiding phase. So let's start talking raiding.
Yeah.
So to recap for our audience, Wicked One, sorry, Will. The Wicked Ones, okay. I gotta do my Twitch shill thing.
Perfectly fine, man. Perfectly fine.
So, Wicked Ones takes place over 4 seasons. Well, I mean, there are 4 stages essentially to the campaign. There's the stage where the Wicked Ones rest and relax, and they get a little work done on the dungeon. There is now, which is, or then there's the Calamity phase, which is where issues with the dungeon come up. For instance, these Wicked Ones aren't having that problem, but sometimes if your dungeon isn't built the way that the denizens want it to be built, they'll come up to them with problems. For instance...
Actually, no, we are facing unionization.
Not as badly as you could. For instance, if someone put their minions at the very start of the dungeon, like, consistently, then they would complain, saying, like, don't we have mindless creatures to take the first strike? What's going on?
We have rights, fuck you. Build your homes, build us our safety.
Essentially, the denizens get a little upset if the good stuff is what hits them first. They want you to use the weaker stuff first. And and then there's raiding, and then there's blowback. Blowback is not always a dungeon invasion, but it's typically when a dungeon invasion happens. You can also have dungeon invasions in calamity phase. That can happen. So
Oh god.
I haven't done that to you yet, but it can happen.
Yeah.
So now we are at the raiding phase right now.
Yes, we are. We must now pick our target to harm and steal for the sake of the dungeon.
So, Wicked Ones, I ask you, what do you think the dungeon requires? Who do you want to, well, there's a lot of questions to ask here. The most notably is what the goal is. And tied to that is who are we hitting? Keeping in mind that some factions are particularly more dangerous than others.
Yes.
All right. So our goal, I think, is to pull this directly from the book, acquire materials for a room.
Yep.
Okay, so you want to get the tavern supplies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or was
Now-
this for a different room you wanted to build?
I think it's the tavern supplies.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's gonna be the town.
We kind of want the minions to get back to work.
Yes, we do. They need their alcohol, otherwise, like a good dwarf, they will shut down mentally and become a vegetable. So we need to get them drunk.
That, and also you get some weird like unionization rulings and all that stuff.
Yeah, suddenly they start thinking they have rights and that they deserve like better pay, which is horrific to my mindset. Though I am also a kobold, so everything is offensive to my mindset.
Alright.
I think we need a really good bartender, more than like specific drinks or more outlandish like decoration. We need someone who's actually good at doing their job. And
That's-
sadly, we have already burned the Halfling breweries to the absolute ground, sadly.
Yeah, they haven't done very well, by the way. Ever since the so essentially what happened was you blew up several key refineries and breweries in there, which caused collateral damage that essentially nuked them back to the Stone Age technologically. They're having a very hard time rebuilding.
The giant crab mech going Godzilla on the town also didn't help.
No, it didn't.
It really did not. And as a result, the easiest option for acquiring a bartender, we have already nuked to the Stone Age, sadly.
Right, and if there is a good bartender there, they've probably moved somewhere else.
And yeah, pretty much. Last thing you want to do is stay in a place that has terrible prospects at this point.
Sadly, though, the best chances for us getting a bartender are the tier 4 locations.
Someone very powerful and very capable of kicking our asses many times over.
However,
But if we're sneaky, we could potentially get away with it.
I don't
We
want
just-
to piss in the Cheerios of the big groups just yet.
Fair point.
I want it to be a special kind of,
Yeah.
event when we start hitting the tier 4s.
Well, that and tier 4s hit very hard, and it's worth noting that because you're tier 1 and they're tier 4, they will kill you if they hit you.
Yeah.
It is no up to debate, no lucky dice roll to survive. It is just, you are dead.
And
Dark Souls noise.
essentially it's tier is your power level, so to speak, and because their
Yes.
power level is 3 notches over your power level, they're nasty.
Yep.
We could get away with 2, which is what we've done before, with them being 2 notches above us.
Yeah, because
Even then, that was
in
a pretty
that
close
in
call.
that event they'll bloody you, they'll hurt you pretty bad, but they don't have the ability to outright kill you. Oh wait, no. Yes, they do. It's just less likely.
Yeah.
It- It's a potential, not a guarantee.
And also keep in mind you can resist in this game, so you don't have to worry too much.
it still was. Like we can squeak by, but it's close with our numbers.
Yeah.
You'll get smacked around a bit.
By the way, is it possible to change the map on Roll20 to the actual like? The
Oh
island?
yes, please. Or yeah, I'll do that for you. Sorry.
It's perfectly.
I know that some folks like to use my stream to because I know Helvy does that, is they'll watch through my stream. I also do that for a lot of the games I'm in, is I'll have their stream open and I'll just watch through the stream.
Let's
Um,
get a closer look at it. Yeah, because also the one that we have in Roll20 has labels.
That's true. For several reasons I didn't label the ones on this map. Kind of because I didn't want people to stoop forward, going, "What does that say?"
Yeah, because it would be a little small to read on the
Yeah.
on the stream. But I think there's something like an advertisement, which.
Hey, Will, have you bought dick pills yet? You should buy some dick pills.
I don't think I need them.
Bezos brand dick pills. Get you one.
Get you one. Oh, the fuck! I fucking.
Get
hate
you
that.
one. Oh yeah, deep cuts, baby.
Ugh. This is truly an evil campaign. But
Also, he talks like that.
I'm also watching on the stream now as well, by the way. I am helping.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Oh, I can't point my. I was gonna point my finger at my screen. I'm like, oh wait, I can't do that.
Yes, we can definitely tell what you're pointing at as you poke near the microphone.
Just click there.
Yeah, the website.
Navy, click right there. Navy, do it. Click right there. Do
We
it.
can do it.
Yeah. No. Maybe the fishing village nearby. The
Again?
brewery.
They will
No, the other
never.
one.
Oh, the other one. Oh shit.
Oh.
Not that one. The other one. Maybe some of the halflings.
Yeah,
would
we
like
haven't
that
pissed them off recently.
one at all, actually.
Yeah, they have not yet tasted our wrath, so I think we should change that. And they'll have at least someone competent at like making drinks. Not a master, unfortunately, but someone competent, which is better than what we have, which is someone who barely even knows what alcohol is.
Oh. Immediately after we get this bartender, we also need to build a prison to keep him.
Yes, we do. Otherwise, he will run the fuck away, and we'll have to keep re-kidnapping him over and over and over again until he finally learns his lesson, which he never will.
Well, you are able to
That
keep
also-
prisoners without a prison. It's just it just gets exponentially easier for them to escape because you don't have a place to tuck them in.
We can't exactly keep him chained to the bar 24/7.
Yeah.
He does have to eat food and move around and like stuff.
He has to reach the things on the high shelves.
Yeah. But that sounds like a fantastic target.
Only other one I can think of would be the holy one, but I think that we'd be getting more like communion wine kind of stuff.
Yeah, which I don't think that'd be as good. Personally.
Well, because there's also
I mean, it's guaranteed that several of the halflings would have moved to the merchant syndicate kind of group.
Yeah, like they're pretty close by, so they like have an easier chance getting them.
so the adventurers you killed were from Fullbeard Bay. You know this because when you were going through their things, like the halfling's flask had the sigil of the town. The pistols were ornately manufactured and had a maker's mark from Fullbeard Bay and Light Tongue. It's seeming like that's where a lot of these drifters are ending up.
Yeah.
And
Another good target too.
where is Fullbeer Bay? Is it the?
It's the independent port. I believe it's the one on the larger island.
The crescent-shaped one.
Yeah, let me look, because I have it named in my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be no, because I'm pretty sure it's that merchant enclave on the on the tip of the island there.
That's a tier 4.
No, it's not.
It isn't.
Wait, is it? Oh God, I'm so good at GMing.
Hey.
Okay, I know
every
for a
GM
I know for a fact they're not. They're not.
That or a tier 3. Which...
Oh wait, yes they are.
It's like, wait a fucking minute. Oh shit, they are that powerful. Fuck.
Okay. Final answer. They're the little independent port in the between those two on the Crescent Island. It is indeed the Crescent Island port. Final answer.
Okay.
All right, that makes sense since that is a dwarven forge, kind of next to it.
It's an independent port that has turned into a bit of a haven, since a lot of refugees are getting sent there these days for some reason.
Well,
They're about
to get a nasty surprise as we cause a bit of chaos. Delicious chaos, and it shall rain.
Yeah, with that intel, that makes Fullbeer Bay our
Because they're also tier 2, so.
Yeah, perfect target.
I was thinking geographically, but no. If that's just where drifters end up.
And
'Cause it
drifters
shouldn't-
have possessions.
Well, yeah, and
Drifters need a place
if
to
you're
drink.
if your plan is to just grab people from a tavern, then there you go. So what's the plan? How are we gonna do this?
Look at the keywords for the plans real quick.
Yeah, let's look at those keywords.
Okay. So, I don't think a negotiation style technique is really up our alley.
Not really what you guys do.
Definitely
Also,
not logins. Definitely not logins.
I was gonna say, especially with Logan's kind of beliefs of mine.
You know, what is yours is mine, and what's mine is especially mine.
Yeah. Now, his religion boils down to, it's mine.
And I will take it. Fuck you.
Stealth is one option. We have done that before, but
Yes.
we would have to essentially. It would be risky.
So we could try some trickery, I think. Like, I'm actually formulating a plan in my head that could work. Maybe.
Go on.
Yeah.
Essentially, like, we're here to grab someone of alcoholic, like, skill. Let's trick them with booze. See, I'm being smart here. Right? We get this big raft, this big obvious raft, filled to the brim with bottles that look like alcohol. And some of them even are, but the rest of it, it's salt water. That way we're not actually using all of our alcohol, and we get to save it. Even more smart, I'm being frugal here.
God, if only we had some kind of spellcaster that could use his envy and greed magic to make fake alcohol.
Oh my god, that is a special. Oh my, yes, yes. Thank you, God.
No problem, buddy.
God is great.
Got you, Holmes.
Got you, homie.
I was
And
imagining in this realm like a giant thumbs up appearing above the island, going, "Got you, Holmes."
but it's like a demonic like writhy hand, just like coming down, not like a nicer hand because of course we're evil. He's like, "What's up, bro?" And instead of salt water, it's fake alcohol, right? We push it onto like the bay. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, where did all this alcohol come from?" And of course, word very quickly travels to the nearby taverns, and a bunch of them send out their workers and all that to collect this alcohol. This massive quantity of fake alcohol, while we quietly get in, go into the now much more emptier tavern, beat everyone up, especially the bartender, and we drag him into our submarine, hopefully while unconscious and not kicking and screaming, otherwise that makes it a bit too obvious that what we're doing. And then we take him back home, we give him an extended chain on his leg so he can move around, and we all live in prosperity and peace. I am a genius.
So essentially, you're gonna lure away all like the bar staff and bar goers to this to essentially a free fake happy hour, and in that confusion we take the bartender.
And that plan, and what's funny is that does hit most of the questions that I'm supposed to ask. So what do you want them to do? You want them to go to the beach, applying the alcohol. Why would they do that? Free booze. Does it matter if they know after? Not really.
I'm happy I made a good plan that makes sense mechanically. Like, holy shit, I'm learning.
Yeah, you did it. So that sounds like a viable trickery plan.
Yeah, I am legitimately proud.
Yeah, no. You should come up with plans more often. They're better than mine, which usually involves to steal it with the submarine.
Well, it still involves the submarine because let's go after the logistical part. This is Fullbeard Bay. It's partly built on the water. Like most of the houses are inland, on the coast. It's mostly coastal. There's a thick jungle interior. And so there are like bars and piers on the coast. So I'd imagine you'd pull up the submarine under one of those, and once your plan's in action, you just sneak up onto the pier, hit the place, go back down, fade.
Yep. Like,
pretty much.
Super easy, absolutely tactical, so it's perfect plan.
Also, this is good because we don't want to immediately alert the other, like, more powerful factions nearby.
Yeah, you don't want the paladins seeing it.
Yeah, they will very quickly destroy us with righteous fury. Very righteous, in fact.
That, and also there's a large dwarven, like, forge outpost.
Yes, there's a ancient, like, lava field of some sort that they've turned into a forge city.
And I don't want them sending, like, dwarven war machines into our dungeon.
So, you think the pirates were difficult, wait until you see a dwarf in full magical plate armor with a big-ass gun.
That's true.
We'll all be dead.
That or like a scrap tank, or that or like a mini dwarf tank or something.
Yes. a
drills.
dungeon-based tank.
Or one that just drills through the dungeon.
That sounds really cool.
Nightmares.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
For me. Okay.
Exactly.
So we've got our plan. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, of course we're gonna steal anything we can steal.
That's the unsaid purpose. So it's assumed that while you're kidnapping the guy, your dudes are also well, actually, about that. It's currently just you two. Do you want to because neither of them have companion. That's kind of the benefit logins of getting the companion thing is because they automatically join you on raids. Otherwise you have to pay them a coin if you want them to come with you.
And I saved a gold for this.
Oh.
I did too.
looks like we're going to both spend 1 gold to bring our minions with us and have a small little militia of anger and steely fury.
That helps a lot because the workers can help pilot the ship, and it frees you up for a lot of things and helps you out if you get attacked. So that is a good idea. Also makes hitting the place a lot easier because people start to pull guns, then they see the giant crabs burst in, and they're like, "Okay, what do you want?"
Okay, we didn't know we were fighting literal giant crabs.
Crab battle.
The
giant enemy crab.
One day we need to build like a mobile room that we can just like carefully navigate Frank into, and then just unleash him upon settlements.
So
mechanically, it's impossible, but thematically, it would be amazing.
So you guys have planned everything and prepped everything perfectly as the submarine now lurks in the middle of near the bay, near Fullbeard Bay. You're in the bay near Fullbeard Bay, which is the name of the town. It's going to keep getting confusing. Don't worry. It's something I have to live with because I'm in Monterey Bay, next to a city called Monterey Bay.
Oh, that sounds horrifically persuading. God damn. So many bays. It's a drinking game of bays. So yes, since we are outside of this area, I imagine we've been dragging a log raft of sorts, or a cheap ass raft, like with the submarine.
I bet if we use some liquor, we can encourage our minions to put together like a canoe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's the thing. You've this is all built so that you can just set up a scene. So you've already got your raft, and you just have to push it in, as the workers have built the raft out of driftwood, and Loggins has already prepared the bushels and bushels of fake booze that sit enticingly on the top. Like, you're ready.
Like, they were probably very confused when suddenly Loggins is bringing sacks of ash, like, into the dungeon, and then he just pours it all into these bottles. But as he's pouring it, it's melting into alcohol, or what looks and smells like alcohol anyway.
I have a very good flashback I have in my back pocket.
Fantastic.
Sure.
Just, I was looking at my craft ability, and I think this is a perfect time for me to have in my back pocket the brewing a concoction.
Ooh.
Like I can make a sleep potion.
You
something that I've mixed into the drinks.
Ooh.
Oh, okay? Then I believe you pay. I think you pay the stress for the ability, and then we can say that you made them sleepy.
Yeah, because drinking up alcohol and you get knocked unconscious. Now we can do it with only a bottle.
Yeah.
We're being efficient. We're being very efficient.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, sounds perfect. And
just put it on just make it take a little bit of time to kick in, and suddenly everyone who took a sip is now out cold.
Yeah, I'll also say this, it's also us making the concoction, so it'll definitely take a little bit to kick in. We're not that good at efficiency in that regard. We can't make instantaneous knockout gas, so it's knockout juice, sadly.
Knockout drugs are an exact science. So,
yes.
Do you give it a shove?
Yes, Loggins, he steps out of the submarine, he grabs his sacrificial knife and he cuts the rope holding the alcohol-filled canoe raft, against the submarine, and he just pushes it out. Almost falls in the water when he does so because he's trying to have it gain some speed, but he does it.
Excellent.
Sadly, him being short is now becoming a problem for him. Sadly.
The booze sails towards, and it sails towards the bay. It keeps going, and you see in the distance there's a small skiff that someone with the lantern is on the skiff, and they're organizing with their rower, and they're starting to go they're starting to intercept it. You think it's some local militia that are investigating it.
Oh, that's not good. They could take it for themselves.
Yeah, because they're quite a distance away. You have time.
Think.
I am going to cast a spell.
Ooh.
I'm going to cast it on the helmsman, so the guy piloting this skiff.
Mm-hmm.
And I am essentially going to give him the illusion of something like glistening and incredibly interesting nearby, but he has to completely divert course to get to it.
Okay. All right.
Or if you want specifics, it's like suddenly he just sees like a golden rock, just sparkling, in the darkness.
Okay. He sees something like just unnaturally, like pure treasure, sparkling into his eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hey, if that shit's real, that's a lot of money. Gotta go get it.
And
I'm gonna say this is a tier 2 magical spell.
Perfectly fine. I was thinking that myself.
So spend your stress and throw it out. Sup, uncivil. Oh yeah.
Sadly, I have no dark hearts, so I gotta hope.
And I hope and I pray.
5. Yes, but.
Mm-hmm. So.
And then a failure.
So here's the but is suddenly the skiff starts 180ing as the helmsman just sees something, gets it. He wants the precious. And the other guy falls into the water and starts shouting like, "You idiot! Why'd you do that? Come on!" And starts swimming towards, but he's making an awful racket, and a lot of the lanterns in the night are starting to light up.
Yeah.
When suddenly the man screams as a vicious sea tiger leaps up, mashes the man in his teeth, and then thrashes him around as the sea tiger starts to go around because it's tiger time.
Oh dear.
Loggins now realizes he was incredibly close to dying when he pushed that raft away from the submarine. Oh god.
Sea tigers are shark-like felinoid predators, kind of unique to this region, and they're nasty customers. They tend to come in packs of 4 or 5. And right now it seems like a pack of them is parked in the bay for some tasty man flesh.
Yeah, that's oh fuck. That was not part of the plan. Oh fuck. Oh no. We'll try and take advantage of that later, but oh god.
Okay.
Thankfully, I doubt they hit. Yeah, sorry. There we go.
I was just thinking, do our evil crab minions, do they have any experience with sea tigers?
Part of why they band together in their enclave is to defend themselves from these sea tigers. They're nasty customers. That's the main reason why the oceanoid races here don't really sprawl out over the sea like they do in other places, because there are vicious predators here that keep them in check.
Yeah, that's That's absolutely fucking terrifying, if I'm honest. But it should avoid the canoe because it's not covered in
Yeah.
flesh and blood. And
It's
deliciousness.
they're ignoring they're ignoring your raft completely. They're more worried. They're actually more worried about the rowboat because it's actually thrashing with the oar.
Yeah. Well, at least that's kind of getting dealt with. It does mean the drinking is not going to be as effective, I think, unfortunately.
Though, here's the thing: is because militiamen get out with their spyglasses and they see the sea tigers, that's what they think the alarm is about. As you can see that they're running out on the piers, like to rescue the guy the guy on the boat who's actually like starting to peer off the front of it, trying to grasp at the treasure,
which I imagine within several seconds is just going to morph back into a literal big rock.
Well,
completely.
He grasps the treasure as he blinks and it's a rock in his hand, and then he sees the glint of the jaws of the sea tiger just mash him. It leaps on the boat and the boat capsizes.
Oh no.
That is one horrific way to go. Pure disappointment, then horrible, painful death. Damn.
Well, yeah, that was pretty nasty. But
nasty.
But we need to wait. But we still need to wait for. This actually is an evil boon to us.
Yes. And I actually think we can move the submarine straight to essentially the beachhead right now, since we already now have a distraction.
Yeah, a good enough distraction to move in. That's true.
Yeah. Perfect.
They'll just be very confused why suddenly there's a whole bunch of alcohol on the beach as well. Like, once everything's over and done with, it'll be confusion. But hey, at least there's booze, and it's like, oh fuck, it tastes like piss. What the fuck? Why is my life only getting worse today?
So,
Ooh.
what a you park the submarine under the pier where you're pretty sure it's some kind of like drinking hall, because you can see people stumbling around and throwing empty grog bottles into the sea, and a guard runs up and starts shouting at people like, "There's sea tigers, you have to get indoors." And we have to do something about all of the booze washed up on the bay. And then everyone turns and goes, "Booze?
Booze?" Survival instinct falls apart the moment alcohol is involved. So you say stay inside, they heard get the booze.
And so they start storming out, and the guard runs after them and goes, "Don't stop running! You might fall in the water! You fucking drunks!"
I want the fact that he is shouting that also might mean the word has spread.
Yes. And so, Loggins proclaims, "Bosun, let's get that bartender," as he points at like the hatch of the submarine in like a dramatic fashion, with the idea being that Bosun goes first.
Bosun gives it a our evil plan has worked.
Yes.
As I now crack open the hatch, making sure that we surfaced first, of course.
Oh yeah, you're in the proper position.
So let's do this. Oh dear, I just realized my skulk.
You can. I believe in you.
Let's just.
Indeed.
Screw it. Let's just roll this roll. I have a dark heart to burn, but let's just roll this roll.
Skulking. What are you trying to do?
Trying to sneak onto the pier.
Like into like the tavern itself, because we're basically like right next to the tavern.
Sort of.
Okay.
So you're like next to the pier. You're able to climb up on a ladder, and there's like a lit pier, but I don't think you really need to skulk across it. Like,
Skulky skeletons.
I think you'll be fine just walking in without a roll. On Silver Alpha, this is a system called the Wicked Ones. It is based off of the Blades of the Dark that we were playing last night on Liching Hours stream. This is the free edition is on Drive-Thru RPG. That's what we're playing, and it's really fun. Instead of being criminals, the players are monsters in a dungeon keeper style dungeon of their own creation. And so this is like a custom world that we've created with the system that we're just rampaging in.
And it's fun as hell. I will be honest, this is actually a really fun system, like compared to a lot of the others I've got that are like more that are less crunchy, so to speak. This one's really nice. I like it a lot.
Because the funny thing about the Wicked Ones is while it's kind of
Go ahead.
in Blades in the Dark, you're not really you're trying to win by retiring with a lot of money in your pocket. That's kind of how you win Blades in the Dark. In Wicked Ones, you win when you outright bend the world to your whim.
Sounds a lot more badass than retirement. I will say that. Like, once we've finally broken down the final bastion of good and brought up the flag of vileness and evil, only then can we truly say we've done a good job.
Yeah.
And part of that plan of taking over the world, we are stealing a lot of alcohol. Well, a bartender specifically for alcohol.
Yeah.
But Time in the Werewolf is a lot nicer.
Involves kidnapping a bartender.
Yes, a bartender that is actually skilled at his job, and not just a random kobold who 9 times out of 10 will break the bottle he tosses in the air.
Speaking of, you burst in. So a skeleton and kobold walk into a bar, and there's. Oh my god, that sounds like such a bad joke in the making.
I know, and it's reality in the game.
And this is a very fine, fine establishment in that it's built into the pier itself. It looks like an old boathouse that they've converted into this giant tap house.
Yeah.
There's casks, there's great tables, and most importantly, there's a half giant standing behind the bar, looking at you, polishing glasses, and in Dark Tongue says, "What you'll be having?"
This goes against our plan.
No, it does not, because Loggins, without skipping a beat, just points at him and goes, "You! We're taking you!"
Our bastion of evil needs a bartender.
You will no longer work for these disgusting goody two-shoes! And then Loggins, with his cabal of radicals, start stealing everything off the tables, and then start dismantling the tables to take the wood, because we are kleptomaniacs.
Okay, enough of this shit. And he bounds over the border and holds up his fists.
I was like, oh fucking hell, they're idiots. I gotta stop them before they embarrass this tabernet.
I am Yorgo, bartender of the bay, and you are fucking up my bar.
Oh, we are taking your bar.
Bosun, destroy him. Destroy him in the name of evil. I mean, kidnap him in the name of evil. I almost said it wrong. Shit.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna start a banter just because I want to see myself screw up.
Trying to negotiate with the man who's got his fists aimed at you.
Pretty much, and Bosun is not good at lying.
God.
He's not good at spinning things. He's gonna say it blunt and straightforward. No, we are taking your bar and moving it to another location.
Oof, a natural one. I don't think he's gonna let you do that.
He starts chanting in the giant tongue, and he seemingly propels across the room with a disciplined strike to your solar plexus, which is easier because it is prominently displayed.
Oh my god. Jesus. Half giants are fucking badass.
I think he might literally knock my block off.
So yeah, he might literally. So he has the chance of bloodying you right now. Do you want to resist getting bludgeoned by the giant monk?
Yes. And I'm going to do it through trickery.
Don't resist, just let it happen. No, do not let it happen. We gotta resist it.
I'm gonna do it by basically allowing him to knock my block off, and have me just keep rolling.
Just spinning that head like an old cartoon.
Yeah, no, my head literally just pops off flying, and just
Roll me an action and spend this. Roll.
I'm gonna roll a trick action.
Well then.
Oh my god, you completely resist it, and
I clear one stress.
I think that's
I think that's my ability.
Is that criticals or successes?
No, that is success. So I take 2 stress. No, actually, because I don't know. I don't know if using my ability falls into this. Taking additional stress.
Yes, it would. Yeah, it would.
Okay, so I take 2 stress. Essentially, my head literally, just, my head and like all that just literally pops off my body.
Yes, you completely resist it, and now you're in pieces, and the bartender's looking around and going, can you please not go to pieces in my bar? Thank you.
And with that, by Loggins and his crew of radical psychopaths, we're going to toss various knives and forks at this half giant so that we can skulkily stab him multiple times with our daggers and various kitchen knives.
Aren't you sure you don't want to hit him over the head with like a plank of wood or something?
You know what? That probably works good too. Actually, yes, planks of wood, yes. You know what? Part of me keeps forgetting I'm trying to keep this man alive. My natural instinct is to stab until they stop.
Yeah, your natural instinct is destruction.
The idea of knocking someone out is a very alien thing.
Oh dear, my Wi-Fi is starting to crap out a little bit.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not good. And but okay, yeah. With planks of wood, we are going to viciously attack this man and beat him to within an inch of his life, but not over that. Hopefully, using knives and forks thrown at him to make it a sneak attack. Do I also roll for the minions in this regard?
Well, so,
It's my first time using them, so I want to make sure I've got this right.
So they're making the roll, but you're assisting them. So so the effect for them is stronger, but you'll also get consequences. And it's worth noting this doesn't actually give them dice like it does in Blades in the Dark, which is kind of it's essentially their mechanic to prevent you from like stacking dice.
Yeah, so it's still me making it's still like logins making the roll, but the minions are helping, or slash not helping depending on the actual roll itself.
Yes.
Okay, so I shall roll Skulk. There is no bonus because I still don't have a Dark Art. Yes! Glory! That's sick, a success!
Oh wow.
The dice luck has finally returned to me. I just had to spend my money to get my minions to join me. Turns out numbers do work.
So describe what this looks like. How do you succeed at this?
So essentially, the very beginning looks very like pre-planned. Like all of the I imagine that kind of almost not surrounding him completely, but like surrounding the front half of like this giant. There's like the kobolds. They're all on tables. They're carrying all sorts of random shit, and they just toss all of it at the giant all at the same time. That is what makes it look really well planned. But then it's individually each kobold jumping on the half giant, while one handing a plank of wood and just repeatedly smacking the hell out of him as quickly as they can. They're not putting any force into it. They're just going really quick because they think that hitting multiple times does multiple damages. And this also includes logins because he is far too, occasionally he goes almost feral-minded in how he operates like his fellow kobolds.
The lizard brain is very strong with you.
Oh god, yes. But because it's so many of them attacking all at once, if anything, it's probably knocking the giant over, and that's what's knocking him out for the most part, is his head colliding with something else like a table or something, or a chair, more than the actual kobold hitting him. I don't think they're that strong to knock out a half giant. A human, yes. Half giant, I don't think so.
It greatly annoys him.
Very much so. I do like to imagine that we knocked him down, but I don't know if that would have knocked him
Oh no,
down.
he's still standing, and
Oh no.
he screams, "Get out of my bar!" as he is going to start just punting kobolds.
Yeah,
that's the name of his new band, Punting Kobolds.
Yeah, it's a good name. Because right now, there's essentially a kobold on each limb, one on his chest and one practically not hugging his head, but getting pretty close.
Then he's going to start grabbing them, and he's going to just start individually throwing them on the ground, spiking them in the ground.
What is up with the sixes? Oh no. I'm getting destroyed.
Which is going to bloody your minions.
Yes, they are. I'm gonna click that now. There we go. They are now bloodied.
Because one by one, he just spikes them into the ground, and they go, ouch!
Yeah, I get the feeling those guys are pretty much out for the count now.
They're starting to retreat.
Yeah.
Back to the submarine.
But I'm fine, and I am great.
All right, which of you want to act next?
I think this would be Wilson.
I have a well, now that I've set this up, I kind of have to do a payoff here. Now, don't I?
believe so.
I set myself up with being in pieces around the bar.
Yes. So how do you take advantage of being in pieces?
I already used my flashback, so I can't have any of that sleep potion on me.
Yeah, that's already in bottles, now being drunk by an ungodly amount of drunks.
Oh yeah, there's
progress.
chaos on the beach right now.
As passing out drunks are being attacked by sea tigers.
Yeah, just every now and then one sneaks up on the shore, snatches one, goes back down with the waves. Where's Larry?
I wonder if the sea lions will get drunk, or the sea tigers will get drunk by like all the intoxicated people they're eating. Who knows?
Well, no, because it was psychosomatic magic.
Okay.
Wait, no, the actual sleep. That's right. It might actually make them tired.
Oh yeah.
Not only that, but also it's there's a lot of alcohol content in these drunks.
Yeah,
It might be
they've
considered
actually
a hard
drank
liquor
real
for these
alcohol.
sea sea tigers.
We'll taste
Yeah,
pickled.
they've drank actual alcohol. Oh my god.
Okay, this is stupid, but it might work.
The best.
Lovely.
That's the best kind of plan, honestly.
There's a bunch of like wooden planks lying around, right?
Yes.
One's
And I have
owned
my
by
wonderful
kobolds.
tool pouch here. I'm going to quickly just, while this guy's busy with the kobolds, reassemble myself behind him and basically build a box around him from the loose planks.
You're gonna have to work within a single D&D round, so 6 seconds for that. Because he's
That's
very quickly hoisting kobolds off him.
Essentially, what I'm going to be using like the tables and just nailing tables together to try and like.
that is
lock this
not going to
person
keep him in place.
You're gonna have to roll very well, and then hope to God he absolutely fails.
Because you have to defeat him first. He's still up.
in. Yeah, that's our issue. So instead, I'd probably be better off just using some finesse. And actually, using some finesse, or this technically is more of a skulk, and just try and trip him. Make him slip on my metacarpals.
Okay. I pray for your success.
Metacarpal is my
That's
favorite Pokemon.
Yes, but that's always a wonderful thing.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Because all my bones are kind of like especially like the finger and toe bones are kind of like scattered across the floor like marbles.
Yeah, then he's gonna just, in falling, he like scatters you even more, but he's not gonna like hurt you.
It'll take me a lot longer to reform.
But yeah, he takes a hard fall. Ugh, damn it. And now he sees Loggins, and he is going to. He just starts rolling towards you. He starts rolling. Rolling.
Oh no! He's a Dark Souls player. He's combat rolling towards me menacingly.
Well, no, he's on the ground like lengthwise, so he's just rolling at terminal speed towards you.
Oh, shit! And he weighs like what, 300 pounds? He's gonna crush me. Oh my god, not a success this time. Oh my god, he's finally becoming weaker.
He's gonna hurt you if he collides with you. So do you want to try and resist this?
I am going to try and finesse jump away. Like I'm just like Loggins is just jumping with as much speed as he can muster, but not in any specific direction. So I know what's gonna happen if I fail.
Mm-hmm.
As he jumps directly into the giant, because he does not do well when on the spot. Fucking damn it.
you get muscle shocked as you get press rolled under the giant's bulk.
Oh god.
So
I didn't
so
know this
you're
is
gonna
how I
take
was
a
going.
malice to your next muscle or might or whatever it's called roll.
Yeah.
And who's next?
I will go next. I have a way to solve my problems. I think.
I do have a quick question.
Yes.
Okay.
If I succeed on a tier 0 roll, I don't get the tick.
What?
Like the stress, you mean?
No, on like a something I'm ranked 0 in. If I only get the little tick to put up to tier 1 if I fail, correct?
I think it's just for doing it. Hold on, let me look at that because that's a good question.
Yeah, that is actually a really good question.
So he basically what he is asking is how that special XP works for learning new skills, and I am having a hard time. Advancement.
Yeah.
Wicked
Advancement.
XP,
Practice
Reckless XP, Practice XP. After you make an action or resistance with an action that has no dots in it. Yeah, you just have to do it.
And I'm guessing the Dark Heart has nothing to do with it.
Has no. You gain practice XP even if you have bonus dice in the rolls, such as a Dark Heart, Bargain, or Calling. So yeah, even if you just the act of rolling it gives it, it doesn't matter if you boost it beyond the take low.
Yeah.
No matter
That's
what
I
you're
did with
learning
Skulk.
something.
Yeah, and that's only up to the first dot. So that you're able to become semi proficient in every skill at a cost of learning pains.
Yeah, and I believe this is the second time you've used Skulk. So unless you did it in another session, but I don't remember that honestly.
No, only first time I've used it this session.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be in the same session. It's just in total.
I would have marked it otherwise, so.
Yeah.
I think this is
I'm
the
just gonna
very
leave that
first
one
time
tick.
he's been sneaky.
Like one little line, and then it becomes an X, and then it fills in, meaning it's done.
All right.
But
So
I'm gonna try and hit this man with my hammer. Like I need him to get off me, so I'm just going to smack him very hard in the head. Loggins may be panicking. Quite a lot, in fact. He is being slowly crushed by several hundred pounds of anger.
fire magic.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, magic works. Yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, fire.
That's right. I could do that.
Look, sometimes I get too into character and I just forget everything.
You forget your identity as a psychotic pyromancer.
Exactly. Even in Wicked Ones, I keep forgetting I have magic, and I just keep remembering I have stick. God damn it, me! I'm gonna use my fire. I'm gonna use my fire wand. Like I have a wand that spits fire, and I'm going to goddamn use it. This will be with invoking because it's a magical wand.
Well. So what? So what magic are we casting here, or you're just using the wand to spit fire?
It's just the wand to spit fire. I don't think he has enough room to even do most of an incantation right now. So he's just going to use the fire wand to essentially set the man's clothes on fire and pray to God it works.
Okay.
But it's still using invocation because it's a magical item.
Yeah.
Come on! Damn it!
Ooh. Oh, nasty.
This is where I become bloodied again. I am going to no pain once more.
Yeah,
This is a bad
you're unable to get the magic off as he keeps rolling on you, and finally he stands up and he's like, okay, I'm done with this, and he is going to just start. He's gonna reach down to grab you and then try to hug you out of the bar.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't do.
Thank God.
You scramble under a table where he can't get you. Like, hey, get out of there! It's time. I'm kicking you out of my bar. Damn it!
All right.
I swear to God, the goddess fudges the dice when my character's like in serious trouble. Like he always keeps enduring somehow.
Let's think here. I'm gonna think here for a second. Let's see. Yes.
There we go. I've now got
I kind of want to use scan, but I'm trying to think what that would even be used for at this one. I was thinking like scanning the room for things for like a chandelier or something to drop on the guy.
He might actually have like a proper defense weapon. Like there's always something behind the bar, right? Like even in a good aligned tavern, there's always the weapon behind the bar, right?
This guy doesn't seem like he needs it.
Scan would work because you'd be like waiting for the like right time to drop the chandelier and then drop it right on his head.
Maybe scan them finesse?
No, it'd just be scan.
Alright.
Yeah.
Because
you're perceptibly getting the right timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do that too. Just kind of wait for him to kind of like scramble. Wait for this wild goose chase to go to the right time for me to just chop the chandelier on top of the man.
Yeah.
If there is
There we go.
just something that's heavy and floating above his head, be it like a hanging decoration of some sort.
Roll that scan. Hell yeah! That's a success. It just happens. Bosun is on a goddamn roll, and I am so happy.
Describe what drops on his head.
Let's see. Inside this, definitely like a nautical themed tavern, right?
Yes.
And how's this place lit? Would you say it's like gas lit?
Well, it's the chandelier. Describe the chandelier.
Oh, I'm thinking of like a big ship's thick wooden ship's wheel with like various like glass like bulbs on top of it that have little, like oil flames in it.
Fantastic. Is that what drops on him?
Yeah, and I'm going to essentially just kind of reform next to the like the fixing point that a chandelier needs to have.
Yeah, like the rope
on
that's
the
keeping it on
floor level, so you can kind of adjust its height. And I'm just going to drop it.
Like you dropped the base. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, and down it comes on his head.
It's just gone bang.
And it drops right on top of him, and he's still standing straight up as it just drops down on him, and he just breaks it off. He goes, "Ow! What the fuck?" And he is,
He's just imagining the bill that's growing larger as he fails to kick us out. Like he's just more angry at the amount of money he has to spend more than what we're actually doing to him.
He is going to.
This guy is so tough. That's why we need him. There's
still like bosun's bones laying around the tavern, so he's gonna run up to these bones and just start stomping on them, which he completely fails to do.
Oh my god!
As they start sliding and reforming, he misses them.
And he even has like the monk speed, so you can see him like celerity going stomp, 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 and even then they just keep wiggling out every time, almost magically, from his stomping.
Yeah. And with that, I am now able to stand. I am now able to concentrate. I am gonna cast a spell.
What spell are you casting?
A big fireball, like an actual like fireball like being launched at this.
A non-lethal fireball?
It's only lethal if we can put him out fast enough. I hope we'll be able to put him out fast enough. Look, he's a big boy. He should be fine, right? He just survived a chandelier and just walked that off. Like, he could probably survive like several seconds of burning.
I don't want our bartender to be extra crispy, though.
Fair point.
Wait, what's behind a bar?
Yeah, I still want to cast a spell. Because I also can like make like much more magic that's definitely like not entirely related to my goddess. It's just those are the preferred spells, if I'm correct.
No, those are your domains of casting. Your magic has to be somewhat related to it.
Okay. Okay, then I am
Your domains are greed and envy.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we just need to get him to the fucking submarine, and thus I know how to do it. Okay, I am going to influence his mind.
Go on.
I am going to give him the impression that we have already essentially stolen almost everything he has, and we've already put it away near our submarine. Or even downright inside it. So he's going to want to try and go there himself to try and reclaim his stuff. Otherwise, he's going to be out of business within a week. He can't afford that. It does mean that we're bringing an incredibly angry half-giant into the submarine, but the cramped spaces should be more helpful to us than him.
And those crab people there.
Yeah, we'll have reinforcements. It's a plan. I'm hoping to God it's going to work. And it's better than setting him on fire. I think.
Okay.
I pray to God this works, otherwise I'm just going to make him even angrier.
Spell?
And... yeah, if this fails, I've just made him even angrier at me. Oh, thank God! That's a success. Oh, fuck. I was actually terrified of what he would do.
Your magic breaks his will as he finally surrenders.
Hooray!
And you have defeated the giant and lure him into the submarine where the workers capture him, and I guess when he steps outside, the workers have like a bag and they go, oh.
They just immediately just drop it on his head. Hell yeah.
And they scoop him up and put him in the submarine.
Crab power. Hell yeah.
I also kind of imagine the crab people running, scuttling into the bar and just grabbing like bottles and stuff, and then scuttling out.
Well,
that's what they do afterwards. After they grab him, they come out and they scuttle in and they start taking stuff, putting them into bags.
And then, after we have captured our target and we've captured miscellaneous loot, glorious miscellaneous loot indeed.
As you steal the entire tavern, if I remember the plan correctly, you've You've stolen the tables, the counter, the kegs. You've
pretty
siphoned
much.
them into barrels and put them in the submarine. You stole the bottles in the back. You stole everything.
Yeah.
As
Is the
far as I'm
chandelier still
um
intact?
it's mostly broken, but you could probably fix it.
Hell yeah.
That'd be some good swag for a layer.
Yeah. Like, I know for a fact that Logins was systematically dismantling everything, including the counter. Like, we didn't just break it into bits to reform. Like, it's a bit more like methodical taking apart,
Right.
but
They're
with
disassembled.
kobold ingenuity.
Jesus.
And crab people.
Yes. And then after that, we all just climb into our now incredibly cramped and heavy submarine, which
Indeed.
I don't imagine goes upward very quickly anymore. In fact, it's probably very slow.
It's slower going, but you fade in the dark night as all of the chaos is still happening on the bay as there are sea tigers that keep like they come up onto the beach and they snag drunks and they just fade back into the water and feed. Like, the sea tigers are having a great night tonight.
Yeah, and hey, the drunk population went down over 70%. Just don't look any closer into the statistic, and it looks great.
We've cured this town's alcoholism.
Yes, we have. Just don't look into the details, otherwise you'll learn it's through a lot of dead people, which is not very nice.
Yeah, as that's the main focus of their ire. So let's see here. I think your plan went fantastically. Yeah, you succeed in your blowback. So
Yeah.
You once again shift this to another faction and reset their clock. Who do you shift this to, and how do you do it?
I know who I would blame, and that's the guys who made it rain blood, just because I don't like them. Like, I just put every negative thing onto them.
You already reset their clock recently, and I haven't rolled for it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta start wrapping up.
Okay. How about the Doomsayer?
What about the paladins?
Oh.
Paladins, yes.
Oh. Hey, actually, yeah, perfect. The paladins. A lot of alcoholism, a lot of like sinful acts are committed in this place almost every day. Like, sure, there are some good people in this bay, but ultimately, it's a lot of the unwashed masses. It's a lot of people who aren't necessarily the goodest people out there. At some point, they were going to have to learn their lesson, and they learned it very hard. By the paladins, who clearly went in and dismantled a den of villainous sin, of evilness, aka a tavern that was owned by a half giant who was probably mega evil anyway. Let's be honest. Probably.
All right.
I'm not very good at thinking like a paladin, so
Clearly.
I'm just thinking like a stereotype of a paladin, unfortunately, which is probably more Loggins' thing anyway. So oh well.
And your minions gain. On success. Okay. So you already have morale in your pocket. So yeah, that works.
I'll do.
I think you can use it to get plus on a minion roll.
Oh.
We can look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good to have. So let's see here. There is one thing is as you pull into your vehicle bay and the imps start moving things out. One of the imps presents you with a large ornate red box that that has that they mutter, and they make it sound like it was just left at the entrance to the dungeon recently.
Interesting.
Open
it.
There is a little purple gem sitting there, and this is a message stone that is enchanted so that you can record messages on it. If you shine light on it, it'll play the message.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have this message be spoken out to us.
Okay, so you just like hold up your wand and you shed some light.
Yeah. That wand is so useful and I love it.
Feel the wrath of Brabodar! I declare war on the you so-called wicked ones. I shall attack your place of rest. I shall attack your vile iron kraken. I shall destroy your airships. I shall destroy your temple raining blood. All of your machinations will be destroyed by Brabodar.
He's blaming us for half his even ours.
Well, guess what? He didn't even mention the gold, so he's not taking it. I am an absolute genius.
I shall lay claim to the Eye of Gold that has leaked from the astral plane for me to conquer.
Fuck! Immediate. It's like, the longer it goes on, the more hopeful that Loggins becomes. That he's not going to mention it, and as soon as he brings it up, he's like, Loggins is like just kicking the ground going, damn it!
Anyway, I think we should start hanging up on that note.
Yeah, like, we can deal with the blowback, I believe it's the blowback after this. Yes.
Indeed.
I'm
So
loading the game. I'm so proud of myself.
yeah, we're doing good. Let's see here. What do we have to talk about? Stuff we're doing wise.
You can catch more of this channel on Sunday,
5 p.m. PST. Cyberpunk Red, be there. Or be in a squarish shape.
Or be a corporate wage slave who will one day achieve nothing. In a
we're taking next Tuesday off of Wicked sales. Life stuff. But it's all good. Let's see here. I'm probably going to be playing more video games on the channel soon.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. Cause yeah, I'm going to go back to my regular video game schedule of Tuesday nights, all Wednesdays, all Thursdays, all Fridays. That's generally what I've been doing, and the days that I have role-playing games, usually I'll kind of spend the rest of it off to like decompress, but now I'm going back to my regular-ish streaming schedule. XP wise, let's talk XP.
Yes, very quickly. I know that we definitely did not really jump into other people's scenes, though actually, Bosun did. Bosun used the flashback to interact with my plan, which I think counts as him interacting with my scene.
I'd say so.
So I know
he
he
jumped into the scene you built, yeah.
Unfortunately, I did not really interact with what he did, so
yeah.
I do not get that.
Yeah, you don't get that extra point, but he does.
But I definitely think we made progress on the master plan because we've now
Yep.
got a tavern in our hideout.
You did. You directly acquired something that will make your that completes a project you're doing. So that does make progress on your master plan because tier 3 rooms are pretty big. You acted like monsters, quite definitely.
Yes, we did. We committed raiding.
And I'm gonna say yes, you definitely both used your gears or supplies in creative manner. So
I tried to use my wand, he tried to use his sleep potion, and also his I think there was another thing as well. Actually no, I think just the
really
sleep
use
thing.
much of anything. I just use my abilities.
But you did use your ability, like you did create something.
You made sleep potion and used it in a creative manner.
Yes, you did. You used it to improve the raid plan, which is really cool.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay, and I think that's everything XP wise.
Yep. Next session, we get to deal with the blowback of this situation and discover if we are going to be absolutely destroyed by an army of drunk people.
Well, I mean, not so much the army of drunk people. You more have to worry about the armies of Brabaldar. You see, as a doomsayer, doomseeker, whatever the hell they're called, weird ass aberrations. They don't like to leave their lair so much as they like to create minions to send after you. So you do have that fun to worry about because you don't know what powers he has. So the wrath of Brabaldar has begun.
Yeah, he's powerful enough to have magical crystals, which is already driving me insane. But
magic crystals in my mind.
Just about.
Who are we harassing? What is this fucking New World game?
Hopefully not someone who wrote their title in English, but it was in reality in Spanish. If I remember correctly, because happened last time, and it was very surprising.
Yeah, I messed up that time. I'm thinking we're gonna raid Lantern Noir because he's. Oh, they're AMAing. I might not. Hold on. Let's see here. So, when are you gonna start streaming, Navy?
I don't know. I don't think I will.
You don't think so? I mean, it's true. Not everyone should stream, but if you have something funny or interesting to say, I say why not. It is worth doing. Scrimbot's live processing. What the fuck is that?
It's like, what is this?
Double check. That's correct. 1, 2.
They are playing some awesome indie game that I've never seen nor fathomed before. So let's go.
Cool.
Let's go watch what they're doing.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. That was literally the wrong thing to copy paste.
Ah, shit.
There we go. All right, there we go. They're playing something called Scrimbots. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. Says Oh, that channel has follower subscriber only chat. Oh, I have no idea why they have that on, but we're raiding them. See you guys.
It's like, fuck it, we're doing it.
Hold on. I had a frog in my throat. Jesus. Doing it live. All right. But yeah, catch me later on this channel. Catch us later also on my channel on Sundays. You guys have a lovely, lovely night.
Yeah, enjoy yourselves, everyone.